way better than a dream. Way better than a dream. It was the coolest moment of my life.
To do it here at home in front of our home fans, I think it was meant to be.
Lord Stanley is coming home! You always will have a place in South Florida!
And with that, let the celebrations continue. The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions for the first time ever. Years of heartbreak led to this, the greatest win in franchise history. The party started the second the Cats won on Monday night, and it has not stopped ever since. We are live inside Emirates Bank Arena in Sunrise, where the Panthers got the job done over a resilient Edmonton Oilers team that desperately wanted to rewrite the history books. Good evening to you. I'm Shane Wright.
And I'm Yanni Crocus. So good to be back here at Emirates Bank Arena. We were here for the last couple months for this wild playoff
This
run.
is our home right here.
And it looked like this. We had no shot at a Game 7, right? But that makes it even sweeter for the Panthers. How sweet it is for those like Aaron Ekblad, who has spent his entire career with the Cats through the good and the bad. Next season is the final year in his 8-year contract.
And for head coach Paul Maurice, what a run it's been for him. He's been chasing the cup since he was promoted to coach the Hartford Whalers in 1995. Now, from 3 decades later, he's reached the top of the mountain with your Florida Panthers. All right, up next, the parade, of course, is happening Sunday right along the beach there in Fort Lauderdale. It starts at 11 a.m. on A1A at Rimar Street, then we'll move south on A1A and end at Southeast 5th Street with a rally on stage at Fort Lauderdale Beach Park. It will be packed out there come Sunday.
Oh, we can't wait. Angela Rozier with us tonight. She's along the parade route in Fort Lauderdale with a look at the preparations that have been going on throughout the week and the big expected turnout. Angela, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, Shane and Yanni, I can tell you that the crews have gone for the night. They were out here all day, mostly here on the main stage behind me, making sure that everything is prepared. That's where that rally will take place once the parade is over. But the mayor talked to reporters earlier today, and he told everyone they're expecting thousands of people to attend that parade. It's a busy week here on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Crews are still preparing for the Florida Panthers Stanley Cup Championship celebration, and it all starts with the parade.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, right? And we're going to share in this. We're going to make sure the community has an opportunity to be part of this.
Now the parade route starts right here at Rio Mar Street along A1A. It will head south along A1A. Let's go check it out. All righty, here we go. We are on A1A heading south, the route of the parade. Lots to see along the route. Beautiful view, beautiful beach, and the historical Elbow Room.
We expect not just large crowds, but these crowds are going to be loud, but appreciative and thankful. And I think we don't always get a lot of feeling good moments, and I think this is one of those feel good moments that we can all share.
To be a fan, to be here, and what's funny is I had already planned a staycation this weekend on the beach. So we are going to be ground zero for the parade.
We were all trying to speculate where it was going to be. Now we know it's down on the beach. There's plenty of room for everyone. So absolutely, everybody get down there and have a good time.
And guys, as you walk down A1A, you can see the signs up with the Florida Panther signs flying outside these businesses here in Fort Lauderdale. The mayor also encouraging anyone who plans to attend that parade to leave early. He's also saying you might want to take a shuttle. There's a shuttle, I believe, at the convention center that'll get you right over here, or either a water taxi. So if you're going to come early, and bring your friends. Back to you guys.
We know it's going to be packed down there. A lot of people talking about this all around South Florida already. And here's what you need to know if you are indeed going to the parade. Angela touched on some of this. The parade route is on A1A again. Police will start closing streets perpendicular to the parade route at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. We could not stress this enough. Please get there early if you plan to be a part of the parade. Of course, the longer you wait, the more traffic there'll be. You might miss something. You don't want to miss anything. The team is suggesting people use the water taxi. That's going to be available. You can also carpool or use Lyft or Uber. Parking is available, but prices vary by location. There will be public restrooms available, a merchandise truck so you can get some merch, and a giant screen to view the parade in the area of Los Olas Boulevard and A1A. It's going to be a huge huge party.
And of course, WPBF 25 will have live team coverage at the parade. Our coverage starts at 11 a.m. You can watch on air on our website and app, on Very Local, and on our YouTube page. The Stanley Cup is, of course, making the rounds across South Florida. The Panthers took it for a little swim in the ocean the day after winning it. Why not? Fans have also been taking photos with it and, yes, drinking from it.
Just water, right?
Yep.
A few choice beverages there. The players also took it to a florist and a coffee bar as well. The business on Las Olas Boulevard posted these pictures here on Facebook celebrating the Panthers. They say they are the best, not only the best team, but some pretty good players as well. Here are some photos from fans who got to meet the players and the Stanley Cup along Las Olas Boulevard earlier this week. This fan says, "My night was spent having Vladimir Tarasenko spin the cup around and pointed where his name was previously engraved. He's already got a cup championship. How was your night?" was the question he asked. And Matthew Tkachuk showed off the trophy and held it high for everyone to enjoy. He's kind of been the point man for this
Yeah,
thing. You see his face.
Party animal.
Exactly. It doesn't really matter if you've been a fan for 30 years or you just coming around to hockey, you just got involved in the hype. Everyone wants a piece of that Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and the fans can't get enough of this team and their accomplishments.
I've been waiting for this since I've been following it since they came to the league in '93, and then they've had 2 shots, and this is the 3rd one, but 3rd time's a charm.
Look around you. Not one person does not have a euphoric smile on their face, and that says it all. You're in South Florida on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and you're celebrating, and the celebration's going to continue.
This Stanley Cup championship is special for former players as well. Bill Lindsay played on that 1996 team that lost in the Cup final. That's him in the red celebrating. He now calls Panthers games on radio with play-by-play man Doug Plagans. Lindsay told us how he felt as that clock hit 0 and the Panthers officially became champions.
It was an explosion of 30 years with this franchise, and since I was 5 years old, trying to win a championship and to see a championship, and everything just poured out of me. Every single emotion that I ever could felt, every atom and every cell in my body was alive. The adrenaline that you feel, it's nothing like you could ever feel.
Yeah, you really heard that in his voice. This franchise has come such a long way in just the past 5 seasons. They've reached the playoffs in each of those seasons and made deeper playoff runs each year, just getting better and better in the previous 25 seasons. They only made the playoffs 5 times, including 1 trip to the Cup final in 1996. They were swept that year. Attendance, as you can imagine, was at an all-time high this past season.
Coming here is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Still ahead, we're back taking you on the ice, back to those emotional moments immediately after the Panthers won the Cup.
And you win, you get to spend a day with the Cup. That's right, one player has been looking forward to doing what he says that he's been looking forward to do since he was a child. We'll talk about that. And as we go to break, here's a look at how fans celebrated the moment the Panthers won their first championship. The party went well into the night, and we understand many of the players barely got any sleep after the game. You're watching Capturing the Cup on WPBF 25. We'll be right back. And welcome back to our 30-minute special, Capturing the Cup. We're taking a look back at the Florida Panthers' run to the championship. They are indeed Stanley Cup champions, and we were able to speak with a lot of the players right after that big win.
Euphoric moments for these guys. It's a dream come true for the players and staff who have spent the whole year working to get to this point.
Coming here is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
When you gave up the 3-game advantage, was there any doubt heading into this one?
No. Game 7 at home. It's always been us in 7.
Clinging to that 2-1 lead, tell me about those last final minutes, just the clock winding down.
Yeah, and we were never thinking that. We were thinking go get the next one, but they were playing well. They were going for it, and our team defense and Bob came up huge.
To win it with this group, you guys are all so close. What does this mean with your brothers celebrating in family?
Well, again, this is what it's all about. You know, everyone here, everyone on this ice is a big part of, you know, why we're here, and for them to celebrate with us, you know, you couldn't ask, for a better, time.
Brandon Montour experiencing that with his son, who I believe was just born when they lost the Cup last year.
Wow, euphoric moment like you mentioned, and being on the ice must have been incredible to see that moment with their families. Definitely time to celebrate for the Florida Panthers. All right, coming up, we're going to relive the postseason magic from this Panthers team, and quick trip down memory lane as the Panthers knocked down some of the best teams in the league on their way to winning their first Stanley Cup. Plus,
nothing but busy times since it opened.
What's all the buzz about at the Elbow Room, Shane? It's a favorite among the players and the locals. Angela's back with a look at the history of this beachside bar. The party goes on across South Florida on Wednesday. The players took the cup to a Miami nightclub.
Surprise, surprise.
It's the summer of Stanley, you could say. And you're watching Capturing the Cup. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Emirates Bank Arena with Shane Wright. I'm Yanni Crocus. The Florida Panthers had to go through some of the best teams in the league to win their first championship.
It was a gauntlet indeed. They knocked off the Lightning, then the Bruins, and then the Rangers, of course, before that grueling 7-game series with the Oilers. Now a look back on that memorable journey.
64 days. That's how much time there was between the Florida Panthers playoff opener against the Lightning on April 21st to lifting the Stanley Cup after Game 7 against the Oilers on June 24th. The road in between filled with twists and turns and concerns after a 5-1 loss to the Bruins in Game 1 of the second round. But the Panthers responded, winning 4 of the next 5 games, outscoring Boston 18-8 the rest of the series. The conference finals, close. 3 games going into overtime. 5 of the 6-game series were 1-goal games, with the Panthers winning 3 straight to close it out. Then came the Oilers and Connor McDavid in the Stanley Cup final.
It's going to be an interesting series. I don't expect anything to be easy out there. There's going to be no easy ice.
But after 3 games resulted in 3 Florida Panthers wins, fans thought the Cup might just come easy.
We want them to win everything. They deserve it. They've worked so hard over the last several years.
But the party planning would get put on hold. The Oilers dominating Game 4 with an 8-1 win.
That 8-1, I think, took a momentum shift and gave them a little bit like waking up a sleeping giant.
That giant slaying the Panthers with a close 5-3 win in Game 5 back in Sunrise. Connor McDavid exploding for 2 goals and 2 assists.
I mean, we just got to win 1 game. It's as simple as that. So, we're not thinking about that. We're just thinking about winning 1 game.
Nothing has changed for our situation in the last 2 games except we learned some things. Some lessons we don't need to learn. We've learned them enough.
Game 6 in Edmonton, feeding the fear that the Oilers could pull off maybe the best comeback in sports history after a 5-1 win. Florida's confidence, though, still not shaken.
We're a confident group, and I mean, they're here for a reason, we're here for a reason, and I mean, it's a Stanley Cup final.
We were ready right from the start to play a 7-game series, and nothing changes now.
So it was on to Game 7.
It all comes down to this.
Fans perched at watch parties around South Florida to see redemption, to see history.
All of these years, we earned it. We earned this win.
We haven't won since I've been born, and we just won. I've been waiting my whole life.
Their cup runneth over.
Here to do it here at home, in front of our home fans, I think it was meant to be, so it feels really good. I'll never be able to explain. It's the greatest feeling.
The greatest feeling indeed. We showed you earlier how the Panthers had kicked off their championship celebration by parading the cup around some of South Florida's iconic spots, especially the ones in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, we were there the other night. One of those spots, the Elbow Room along the beach. Angela Rozier is live in Fort Lauderdale. She joins us again. She's taking us a look at what makes this spot so popular among players and fans. Angela?
Well, you know, the Florida Panthers' destination to a championship, not only just making history right here in South Florida, but as you said, it is also shining a light on a Fort Lauderdale popular tourist destination and a favorite among some of the players. As you say that place, we're talking about the Elbow Room here along Fort Lauderdale Beach. You've seen the video of the players celebrating with the Stanley Cup. It was the Seabreeze restaurant back in 1938 before it became the Elbow Room. It's a popular spot. You can check out this photo of a guy back in the 60s on top of the streetlight pole at US 1 and Los Olas. Now, Ellery Andrews is the deputy director of History Fort Lauderdale. She says it became insanely popular during spring break, especially during the filming of the 60s spring break film Where the Boys Are. And she's not surprised at all that the Panthers championship celebration found its way right here.
No, no, wasn't surprised by that. I wasn't surprised by them chucking the Stanley Cup into the ocean. It is very Florida, as everyone has been saying, and I think it really actually emulates kind of what Florida and hot hockey can be about.
I like that, Florida hot hockey. And you know what? You can bet that the Elbow Room will be hopping this weekend, especially on Sunday during that parade. Now, again, that parade starts at 11 a.m. Sunday here along A1A. And who knows, maybe after the parade or maybe even tomorrow on Saturday, some of the players will take another visit at the Elbow Room. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure the fans will be watching to see if they make a trip, a double back to the Elbow
Shade
Room.
has an open tab, so if you
Yes,
go to the
I do.
bartender, say right.
Yeah, exactly. Don't, maybe you can close it out for me while you're there.
Well, we can't do the show without giving some love to head coach Paul Maurice, right? He's been chasing the cup for decades. He was promoted to coach of the Hartford Whalers way back in 1995. He had several head coaching jobs before resigning from the Winnipeg Jets in 2021, saying he had lost his love for the game. Well, Panthers GM Bill Zito called and was able to bring Maurice on board to lead a team that was ready to win now. Maurice spoke after Game 7 about whether he felt he needed to win a cup for his resume.
There's a whole bunch of things you don't know until you get there. You don't win a Stanley Cup. I didn't win the Stanley Cup tonight. I got to share it. And that is a completely different idea. Not that I thought this was all about me. I certainly didn't. I mean, you replace me tomorrow, and that's a good hockey team. But that's what I learned. You don't win a Stanley Cup. You share it.
The 57-year-old is second all-time in regular season games coached with 1,848. After Monday's win, he's now 5-0 in Game 7.
Gotta love him. He's so honest with everything that he
love
says.
his press conferences. All right, well, hockey is steeped in tradition. One of the best comes after winning the Cup, Shane.
That's what everybody looks forward to. Players and the staff get the opportunity to spend 24 hours with the trophy. The annual tradition began in 1995. The Cup is always accompanied by at least one representative from the Hockey Hall of Fame. Minutes after Game 7 ended, Sam Bennett gave us a little insight on what he plans to do with the trophy.
Me and my dad, ever since I can remember, we always said if I ever won the Stanley Cup, the first thing we would eat would be Captain Crunch out of the Stanley Cup. So I got to hold true to my 6-year-old self that said I would do that. And, I'm pretty excited. My dad's pretty excited for that moment, too.
Wow. That's fantastic. You got to worry about the top of your mouth with the Captain Crunch.
Well, yeah, and the fact that it's been in the ocean and it's had beer in it. I'm pretty sure some other choice beverages as well. Be careful with that Captain Crunch there, Sam Bennett.
We were on the ice minutes after the Panthers won with players like Sam Bennett, and the players spoke with us about pulling this out under incredible circumstances.
Hockey is a crazy sport, you have to believe everything what's happened for a reason. And I was lucky to win my second one. When I won my first one, my kids was too small. My wife was in the hospital. My kid was born. I'm so happy for them to be able to experience this, but also I'm very happy for this group, for all the coaches, for organization. They treat me unbelievable since day one, and that's the reason why we want to be here, because it's me. Everything means a lot to them, and I'm just happy for my brothers. Have a chance to experience that.
Yeah, it feels great. The fans are amazing, so they gave me great support throughout the whole season. They changing my name before the game, when I let the goal, when I made the save, and all kind of situation.
To bring a Stanley Cup to South Florida, there's never been one here in your storied career. Where does this rank in your achievements?
Yeah, it's an amazing achievement. We all of us are worked so hard. The people in the front office, the coaches, the guys, the equipment guys, medicals. It's everybody's win. So it wasn't easy. It was hard journey, but it's worth it.
Gotta love Bobrovsky. All of our Stanley Cup final coverage lives online. It's on WPBF.com, our news app, YouTube page, and very local as well. You'll be able to watch Sunday's parade there as well. You can watch Capturing the Cup as well too on that app. We'll be right back. Yes, if you haven't heard, there is a big parade this weekend. It is Sunday, starts at 11 a.m. The parade route will start at A1A at Riomar Street.
And the route will extend down A1A with the parade ending at Southeast 5th Street. WPBF 25 will be there. You can watch on air and online.
All right, thank you for joining us for Capturing the Cup. But first, we're so happy to be back here on the ice,
This
man.
is our home.
This is where it all happened, and we're glad to share it with you all at home.
Thanks to the Panthers for letting us hang out for a little bit.
For Yannick Caracas, I'm Shane Wright. You've been watching Capturing the Cup.